He called him brother, shared trenches, traded whispered hopes under whistling bullets, forging loyalty hotter than desert noon. Together they promised to tear corruption from the nation's throat and crown justice with unbreakable iron. Traore offered family dinners, midnight strategy sessions, total access to war rooms where legacies are written in silence. While commanders slept, the ally mapped hidden loyalties like spiders spin webs, patient, invisible, inexorable. He learned every guard's gambling debt, every colonel's secret lover, every politician's trembling appetite for foreign gold. With smiles sharp as razors he tightened strings, turning honorable men into obedient marionettes without spilling blood. Foreign agents felt the tremor and approached him like moths to unseen fire, carrying crates of silent rifles. He bargained away tomorrow's mineral wealth for tonight's ammunition, stamping contracts with ink mixed from lies and desire. Radio stations blared patriotism, he fed them scripts, but inside encrypted channels he rehearsed Traore's funeral. Each coded pulse measured loyalty, each pausing heartbeat told him when to strike without arousing suspicion. He hid betrayal under religious sermons, wearing rosary beads carved from stolen jet, whispering prayers that curdled heavens. Traore's children called him uncle, yet his safe house walls were plastered with satellite photos of those children's school. He timed the coup for dawn, planning to let the sunrise paint over fresh blood, branding it rebirth. He would step onto national television, raise Traore's severed insignia like proof of providence, and declare deliverance. International diplomats already rehearsed congratulations, sipping champagne oxidized by ignorance, believing stability could emerge from such elegant treachery. But before the curtain rose, his closest confidant betrayed a whisper, and that whisper detonated Traore's suspicion. Cameras captured nothing, yet unseen lenses widened behind Traore's eyes, replaying every shared toast as foreshadowing. The ally felt safe, sleeping beside a locked briefcase humming with plans, unaware the lock now answered elsewhere. Betrayal reached critical mass like uranium, split once, it releases unstoppable heat, lighting corridors of retribution. At dusk he toasted victory to himself, while Traore calibrated shadows, plotting to flip night into weapon. The ally believed history is written by survivors, he forgot that authorship often changes just before the ink dries. Every promise he made sounded like salvation, yet beneath each syllable lay a ticking mechanism primed by greed. He underestimated devotion that grows in foxholes, the kind that will ignite entire cities to protect one commander. When loyalty mutates into vengeance, it moves faster than sound, slicing through barricades before alarms can breathe. The night he plotted carnage, moonlight glinted on his medals, not realizing medals also make perfect targets. Destiny sharpened its blade on his arrogance, waiting to carve truth from deception in one irreversible stroke. A single encrypted file sat on his desktop labeled Patriot's Ledger, containing payroll schedules for soldiers who never existed. These phantom salaries flowed from offshore vaults that pulsed like hearts, pumping bribes through digital arteries. Every signature bore Traore's forged approval, so when bullets flew, prosecutors would hang the blame on him. The traitor had ties to foreign mercenaries and gold smuggling. He entered dim bars on the Mali border where gunmen trade names like playing cards. Voices heavy with Slavic accents offered crates of suppressed rifles for ounces of unrefined gold dust. He shook gloved hands still blackened by cordite, sealing alliances no diplomat could sanitize. A private WhatsApp rang with coordinates for a hidden airstrip carved between teak forests and burning fields. Ukrainian veterans fresh from dead cities unloaded claymore mines, accepting nuggets instead of currency. The traitor's ledger mapped mining shafts ignored by government inspectors, tunnels lit by stolen diesel lanterns. Child laborers scraped bedrock while mercenary snipers perched above, ensuring quotas through distant crosshair threats. Each kilogram extracted under terror funneled into backpacks stamped with Red Cross emblems to avoid checkpoints. At the capital's refinery, forged documents transformed blood ore into legitimate bullion stamped with colonial crests. Midnight caravans slipped south, headlights killed, tires wrapped in cloth to muffle betrayal against gravel roads. In Monaco, shell companies laundered proceeds through art auctions, converting dusty ingots into abstract canvases. He rewarded mercenaries with crypto wallets seeded from offshore accounts, dissolving paper trails in algorithmic haze. A French security contractor nicknamed Viper became his enforcer, burying whistleblowers beneath shallow Sahel dunes. Satellite imagery later revealed scorched earth patterns identical to Wagner's tactics in forgotten Syrian valleys. Intelligence analysts traced encrypted chatter linking his alias to Balkan arms bazaars dating back a decade. He financed each uprising by pawning future mineral rights, selling tomorrow's prosperity for today's lethality. Desert villages awoke to rotor thunder as stolen helicopters airlifted gold bricks under canvas shrouds. Local elders who protested discovered mines planted beneath communal wells, a silent ultimatum etched in dust. European jewelers flaunted new collections sourced from ethical African partners, oblivious to the screams embedded within luster. At Davos he smiled beside philanthropists, his cufflinks molded from the same ore that funded executions. Mercenary payrolls arrived through prepaid visas, reloaded weekly by a Cayman Islands trust masked behind AI chatbots. An Israeli drone manufacturer granted him prototypes in exchange for testing under real combat, marketing footage guaranteed. When Western sanctions loomed, he pivoted to Chinese triads, trading gold for facial recognition tech and silencers. Port officials logged shipments as industrial lubricant, never daring to question barrels clinking with precious metal bars. Pastors blessed new church roofs bought from his donations, unaware they were paid for by slaughtered miners. He installed spectrometers at rebel checkpoints, ensuring purity levels met Swiss banking standards before bullets were purchased. Night meetings in Casablanca hotels ended with briefcases sliding across marble, promises forged by silent nods and futures irreversibly welded shut. Every clandestine deal tightened the noose around national sovereignty, replacing lawful armies with hired ghosts. His ambition metastasized, turning veins of gold into arteries feeding mercenary legions prepared to unleash perpetual war. One misrouted satellite ping exposed his signature cipher, alerting Traore that national treasure had become enemy ammunition. That revelation sparked the midnight operation that would redefine loyalty, justice, and the true cost of stolen wealth.